Okay, and we get another table. Again, like player from Belgium, from Poland as well. He równoległy. Równoległy in Polish. Okay, and again, Juanqui Grande from Argentina. Yeah, it's 20th of November. Argentina has new president. Interesting one, but yeah, I won't go into politics. Let's fold this one. That could be a shove even. It's very balanced, but if big blind won't be shoving enough, this is just pure min raise. In theory, the hands like Jack 9 suited, Jack 10 suited, Queen 9 suited could be already jamming. Okay. It was pretty fast as for the bluff, to be honest. Tight alert. Tight alert. But I don't know the player, to be honest. I have no clue how he's playing. I expect that people, when I don't know that, they will probably more into this these expected tendencies. So I expect that he's probably there. Since we can min raise this, I mean raise as well. So I expect that they will probably more towards this value heavy in this type of free bets. Of course, with more info, I can adjust. Of course, if he'll do it for second time, third time, I will be, of course, more aware of what's going on. And of course, this hand is decent to call, but if he just has aces or kings there, of course, we can call it. And it was very fast as well for this ISO. Pretty fast as for the bluff. I think that the bluff people tend to think slightly longer about it. Okay, we're just borrowing. We are not blocking any pairs, so it's great hand to borrow and take the value. We got the fold. Of course, there was also draw opened. We just want to borrow there. He also won't have in this type of situation many weak hands, like, you know, random. He'll most likely have some kind of pair or draw, so it's good. He's just 3xing. It's not the first time, so of course we won't respect that as strongly. 6-4, we're limping. Jack 5, that's just a jam on 8.7 blinds. Here we can see effective stack for both players in this small number. King 9, I'm definitely jamming this hand. I expect it's like literally the aces or just the trash because he was 3xing. So if someone is 3xing and then limping, or even min raising and then limping, I just expect this. At least first limps are usually very, very weak. So we can attack them pretty aggressively. Okay, he just highlighted me once, so definitely I'm still trying. But he seems to be also pretty active pre-flop. So even if this type of hands like 3-5 suit, maybe you can even argue to just jam. That's correct in the Nash, so that could be okay if someone is really over isolating. It makes some sense. Okay, he thinks for a long time, so he has some kind of thinking in this situation. Again, I think that second limp probably doesn't have that he probably doesn't have that strong wrench in this spot. But once I isolated him twice, of course he may start to try to be a little bit more protected, you know. That's how dynamic works. Ken 6, yeah, I have him marked as a regular as well. Now he folded, first fold, so yeah, he was scared. We cannot jump this hand. I actually will do the same and fold. It may seem pretty tight, but he seems to be playing many hands, so for now I will give the credit. But it's, of course, yeah, I think it was actually the right fold. Ace-Jack is just a jam. Okay, I keep jamming because if I get the fold, that's super. Yeah, if I face aces, okay, that's fine. If I face any like ace-3 offsuit or something, I will make note about it because limp folding on 4BB is not something which you see very often. Overall, my rule without any specific info is if I have the hand which, like, you know, 6BB, 7B, if I have the hand which can call the all-in and I see the limp from the fish, from the recreational, I actually would probably ISO show this hand because you can get additional fold equity usually, which is great. That's a fold. Okay, and I folded on 5 blinds, so I will be solid and folded as well on 4 blinds. This is fold because we call that on 3.3, so we have 3.4, so this is call. Unfortunately, we have to. Here I'm checking, I have the bottom pair, some backdoor equity, so it's just good to check. I don't really want to face check raise. That's a jam. I would check one more time. Of course, I'm losing to some 3x, 8x, 7, 6, many stuff. So I will just check. I have very mediocre hand. Also, it will protect me a little bit in case of like on many rivers. I would just bet 1BB to face. Maybe he will even find the call for the split. I don't really think that he has many, like, he will have, of course, many, he may have some deuce of diamonds, 3 of diamonds. I don't think that he's many, like, you know, queen of diamonds or something. Of course, queen beats me, but or even 10 or something. So I think that I want to get calls by not just the flashes, because there is not that many flashes which you may have. I got actually called by Jack 4, which I will make the note that he bluff catch me once, because yeah, that's calling for the split, which yeah. Actually, Jack 4, maybe it makes some sense. Yeah, but I think it's actually he did find the call for the split, so. But yeah, I will mark that he bluff catch me there, because it's a little bit more of on bluff catchy side. And I make these notes, just one number doesn't mean anything to me almost. But if someone gets many numbers in this bluff catch, I start to see some tendency. Queen 10 versus regular, I don't mind to check back this hand. Okay, we have good kicker, so I'll go ahead and check raise if he bets. This check raise for value. We have, of course, many nines as well. We have many backdoor bluffs, for example. Sizing which I picked is like, I like to around 2.5, I think it's correct. Let's limp with intention to limp call. Okay, we have big multiplier. We have 25x, so that's great for the live play. And here is something which is, it's not very often in the, but you have something like ICM in this situation, because you don't have the same price for the second and third place. It's not like winner takes all only. I'll just see bet and stack it off. So in some situations, you may not play fully GPV. Let's say I have 1BB and he has 3BB, or let's say, okay, I have 5BB, he has 1BB. So then I'm a little bit ICM lot. Of course, it's not. I'll just call with my equity and hope to hit. This is just jump. Queen I said is just the jump in the charts. You should call me also slightly tighter because of this ICM inclination, but it's extremely small here. I'll just jump. I don't have many weaker hands. Okay. To be honest, when you think about that, I don't mind his call. It's totally fine. I don't have really many weaker hands. I will have some hands like, you know, 7 deuce of spade, for example, 6 deuce of spade, but it's just if you combo. But if you can't amount of my combos of aces, kings, queens, jacks, tens, I have a lot of combos of value there. So actually, and I know that he'll don't bet 1BB there with big part of his range. So that's why I just have to bluff there, I believe. And it's pretty tough for, even if he was holding this 8-3, I don't think it's extremely easy call to make for many players. Because as I said, I have so many over cards when I'm limping on these taxes, right? But he snapped me. So I won't note him as a bluff catch, because for me it was pretty fine call, because he was not blocking any of my bluffs, so it's fine to call. So I would consider it pretty standard call, but many people would fold there. 6-5, let's try to limp. This is not the same guy from the Belgium, but again with the flag. Let's he's isolating some stuff. I don't know about free bets, so I will try to keep the pot low actually, if someone maybe is free betting. Okay, I think even out of position I have to call 6-5 offsuit versus this click, but it's close. Maybe out of position actually I don't have to. Let's just see bet 1B, it's fine. Already is good, but it's not great, right, on this board. So that's why I don't want to go very high. I don't want to isolate myself only versus better hands. So 1BB and barreling on safe run lumps is of course the way there to play. But you know, when you are playing 15BB deep and you have top pair good kicker, of course it's very decent hand, but it's not anywhere near to the nuts on mono boards. Okay, I checked. I will check one more time. King, of course, is a good card for him. He's playing for now slightly lower pips than he should. Let's fold this one. He was kicking me. This sizing doesn't seem like a king, and actually, I think I will use that against him. He seems to be betting a lot. I have some kings as well in this spot. I can rep it easily to let him bluff. I don't really want to just play it passively. He will have many hands like 5x, 8x. I get fast call. I don't love the ace. I think that I'm repping a little bit less on the ace. And he called me extremely fast. It's either like flash draw or something, which I would love him to have, because then I can just take down this spot. But of course, he can just bluff with this hand, but not every player will do. How sick it would be to call this spot. Fuck it. Yeah. Like, of course, I just want, wanted to show something on the live play. I don't think it's that extremely stupid, because when you think about it, he doesn't really represent any aces there. He was betting 1 BB. It doesn't seem like the king for me at the start, right? Because the king X probably goes a little bit higher. I don't say it's always, but that's how I see it. That's why I turned my 3x into bluff, because even versus weaker hands, I don't necessarily want to play it passively. So I think the race is totally fine. I got snap called, and snap called is usually like, it's either like some kind of medium pair or some kind of draw usually. So that's why I think that that's how I was thinking about that. And then actually I got jumped on the ace. So I don't think it's like medium pair, right? Because why medium pair would jump there? I don't think it's like, I didn't see that many aces in the spot as well, like ace jack or something. He would just check on the turn, or he probably wouldn't snap that like on the yeah, it could be, of course, it could be. So yeah, he had the flash draw, but unfortunately with the ace. I don't think it's that far away from being yeah, it makes some sense, I believe. Okay. The button doesn't hit this board well. Yeah, but of course I paid him, so I bet. Okay, now the ace is extremely good for him. Yeah, but after I called, I saw the blue. I was like, well, yeah. Again, deciding doesn't seem. I will call versus deciding. Maybe he hopes that I will raise him one more time. Yeah, but yeah, this didn't sound like an ace again. Like this side, yeah, he just wanted to bluff me out. Of course, it could be ace. Sometimes you're wrong, but and there is thin line between being, genius or stupid. So again, I can jump this hand, but I expect that. Okay, let's jump. Well, if I have to open here, calling 3B in this spot. I'm sad I didn't hit I didn't catch him on bluffing on bluff there. That would be awesome. But it wasn't. A king nine suited, I'm just jamming, even though he's very short. Of course, we just want to steal this blind. Yeah, maybe we'll avenge ourselves. Okay, he's folding a lot to one bets here. For now, 5.7, so of course the sample is low, but still, I'll just go ahead and see bet and see how it develops. Yeah, the fold, which is the best outcome for us on the flop. That's a jam on two blinds. Of course, I'm talking about effective stack, not my stack. Ace nine offsuit, I'll just jam. Not the best hand to trap. We can easily get called by wars, so that's great. Jack deuce suited. I think we can argue to do both, but I think limping is still correct. King five suited in the equilibrium, it's a call. But I think versus unknown player, we have to be a little bit tight. He's not totally unknown, but I think he won't jamming range. We expect that regular will jam or something. So I'll just sit bet here. I will jam in this spot. So 7 blinds. We don't want to face isolation. This hand is just very good to jam. Okay, I think barring or checking both options makes some sense. I'll actually do a check. I want to check some flash draws. So I will to protect my range on the river, because I will have many hands with just checks. So I don't want to have just the give ups. I want to have some a little bit of everything on the river. Apex got there. I think I'll just go ahead and fold. Probably of course, if I won't have to think about that, it's only in the raise, and I don't think I have very good hand to raise because I block some bluffs. Like, you know, he may have the hand like 3-2 suited or something of spade. I'm blocking that. Yeah, that's definitely bad candidate to bluff. And also, overall I will be folding a lot in this spot. I don't think that people are changing also many person to bluff in this spot. Yeah, we have 10x here. That's a call. Yeah, but with this jack deuce, of course, there is also a barreling potential. This is just 3-bet jump. If someone's playing enough from the bottom, that's what you want to do. You want to kind of target those ace x low if he's been raising those like ace 5 offsuit, ace 6 offsuit. You want to follow the hands like queen 10, king 10. So you do fold some hands which dominates you. That's actually the idea behind that. You 3-bet jump this hand to just follow the hand like queen 10 offsuit, king 10 offsuit, to not play versus those hands which just purely dominates you. And you get calls most likely by the hands which are like you're, you know, almost flipping against. Of course, if you don't get called by aces, kings. Let's try to mid raise right now. Who's okay? That's the guy who's 3xing. Okay, and he keeps being aggressive for now. We're just jamming from 13 blinds. Come on, let's give us some action. Interesting hands. Jack, that hand will play for this offsuit. Okay, if he would limp, it would be interesting because for now he's playing many hands even from the bottom, from small blinds, so definitely we want to punish that. I think that versus him, I don't even hate to just jump this hand purely. That's actually what GTO would do with King 9 offsuit in like some kind of balance game. So versus someone who is free betting, isolating, etc., I don't mind to do it. It may seem weird versus a recreational, but if someone is aggressive towards you pre-flop, I cannot just, you know, limp, and I can limp call small isolation, but I cannot mid raise call or something. So that's why jamming makes some sense in this spot. Of course, I will try to test him a little bit more because the sample which right now we are having against him is pretty small. But I will do that with hands which I'm not like regretting to fold after 3-bet. That's pretty close. I think we can jam this. I think we play fine versus 5 jamming range. And also we can see that, but it's close. It's the bottom definitely. I would just fold this hand. Maybe king 10 offsuit. Tough to say. Sometimes, you know, those ranges we cannot remember everything. So it's a little bit guessing game. It was either like king 9 offsuit as the bottom or king 10 offsuit as the bottom, I'm sure. So definitely if we did the mistake, it was just super slight. 4-3 offsuit, limping. Still, this is connected hand. Of course, we can, if someone says anything a lot, we can just check and we can just fold. But as long as we don't see that, I will try to play. Okay, 4x eyes with the sevens, these hands just are fine for that. Also some 7 deuce offsuit, 8 deuce offsuit, also some hands like ace queen offsuit, ace king offsuit. Those hands which want to stack off on the one hand, but on the other hand, they don't mind to decrease SPR a little bit and just jam on the flop. And also by doing that, you let yourself bluff a little bit with those totally weak holdings like 7 deuce, 8 deuce offsuit, 6-3 offsuit. Those type of stuff. That's the strategy behind it. That's oh no. Actually, I did it wrongly. Okay, let's play a few more. Still, we keep getting some recs and some recreationals. I think this guy is still more towards recreational side. But he plays something. It's not like... just go ahead and... Yeah, let's raise. 2.5x, 2x, both are... Actually, versus recreational, I think mid-raise was maybe a little bit better. Ace deuce, I don't like to jump, so let's... I also don't like to min-raise and just have to fold versus 3-bet, so let's limp this hand. Jam is also okay. I'm not calling versus either jumps on 15 blinds. On 13, yeah, on 13 I would jump myself. So yeah, I would call like slightly higher raise there. King 8 is a fold. And 3x either is ace king. Definitely want to play some post flop still. We dominate everything. Unless it's an aces. Oh, that's the board which we don't really want to see. It's not the worst board. Slightly higher board would be worse. But definitely not something which we love to see. But still checking, of course, we want to check most likely this hand. It's not a terrible scenario because people tend to under bluff with like nothing hand. Like he should most likely bluff not with the hand like 6x or something. He should bluff with the hand like Jack deuce suited or something like this. 10-9 or something, like just this type of hand, not too much equity. Let's check on our time. Of course, he may have some 5x, 4x. We just check on the flop and just will start betting at some point. Right now, actually, I think I have value bet even. He doesn't have that many 4x, not that many deuce x, of course. Ace of king can just jump. Limp is also acceptable. I think small value bet makes some sense. I know myself that I still may have some bluffs like 9-3 offsuit or something like that. Okay, ace deuce suited. Also, it's also some kind of like blocking bet. I don't think it's wrong. He already don't have any like over pairs, which he of course may limp call. He already doesn't have sevens. I don't also think that he's many fives. I'm not that scared about the deuce. I think my ace king is like almost always good there. So it's pretty easy to get called by some kind of hand like king 10 or something there. King 9. That's a jam on 7 blinds. And yeah, as I said, that's what I will do. Right now on 9 blinds, I'm using 3.5x. I was talking about this high, so this hand goes into this category well. 7-8 I will limp. Okay, let's go ahead and see bet. No sample here, so yeah. Of course, I will have some checks as well in this type of hands. We cannot just blindly see bet everything because if someone is check raising a lot, it will be very big punishment for our bluffs. But as long as someone isn't, it's fine. Okay, he checked on queen 9 deuce, the board which I expect will RC betting a lot, a little bit even too much because it's not that high c bet frequency in the GTO land. I'll just check my weak 9. I'll mostly probably good queen with the queens with decent nines. Okay, deuce x he'll have many of them. Here's some 8x for sure, like 10-8, check 8. Come on. I think I will bet because I don't think that he will have enough of the bluffs already. I think that people with the bluffs, I think that they will already. I think that people tend to bet too many of like random stuff, like 5-3 offsuit on the flop or on the turn, and they don't have enough of them on the river. So that's why I think that betting myself is better than just bluff catching them. That's why also I like to check raise a little bit more than GTO would suggest. Let's put it this way. Of course, I'm talking about how I play, but yeah, I'm also pretty fine with adapting if someone is playing differently than I expect. That's a jam on for blinds. I think after that, we'll add one more table. That will be it. Okay, king 9 offsuit is the bottom. This one I'm folding. Especially they have. I think he will be pretty aggressive regular, and also here we have kind of aggressive recreation also. We don't want to be crazy. Call 1.5. Okay, let's start by min raise right now, not 2.5x. Okay, he's 2 out of 3 for now folding. And here actually fold on 15 blinds should be like 20% versus min raise, so even smaller to be honest. So let's start by 1BB and get random folds. That's what we want. We want again like Jack 7 offset to fold this type of hands. Even if we get like 30% of the folds, that's super. To cut the equity realization for them. Lose 4, that's a fold on 2.5. Okay, I'm actually free bet shoving this hand because I don't like to do that very often versus recreational, but he's playing 44, which is too much. So if he's playing too many hands, that's what we want to do. Also in the hierarchy notes, we can see, can we find something there? Sorry. Of course, I should have done before, but purely the number is enough for me right now. No, we don't have. Let's try to min raise again to play a little bit against this tendon, a little bit about this fold here and also fold on the flop. So that's what we want to use against him. So that's why I'm raising. But he did free bet shove, but it doesn't mean that much. Of course, we can say, oh, why it was so bad at 2 minutes, but actually we don't know. Maybe he's holding ace queen, right? So the bigger sample will tell us. But so I don't mind trying there. Ace 3, that's regular. That's regular. Actually, I played a little bit versus Maca on hundreds. So I will have small, but I will have some sample on him. Yeah, because yeah, I'm mostly playing 250s plus, but yeah, 100 is also the stakes which I visit sometimes. 3-5. I'm checking, calling the c-bet. He's c-betting for now a lot. Folding some raise, but yeah, I have bottom pair, so I don't see a reason to recreational to do anything else than calling. Let's raise 2.5x. Standard play, fast 3-bet. Versus bar from him, I think I'll just fold. I'll give him a credit that he's pretty strong there. Just a jam on 7 blinds. Okay, same hand. That's limp. And hope to not see the isolation. Okay, interesting board. But I think we want to bet still to get a lot of value. We can stack up our hand easily. We'll get called by many worse hands. Draws, worst 5. See that he doesn't have aces in this spot. Of course, he may have 7s, but it happens. That's a fold. That's a fold. Yeah, in the flashes, of course, you don't have that much post flop already. But that's why also you need to be more precise, I think, pre-flop especially. Because like the mistakes are more costly. Like for now, yeah, we are playing just for VB, right? But we're playing for a lot of chips, and those chips means ROI. Nines are will just jump on 7 blinds. I can min-raise, but slightly higher pairs if I do. So yeah, even though we are playing 6 VB deep, it's many chips. So that's why we shouldn't make even small mistakes here. That's why. Yeah, it's we don't play that much post flop, but definitely you have to be. I think that you actually have to be a little bit more accurate on the flashes, because when you play deeper on the regular games, there is, especially for the recreationals, there is way more room to make the mistake, and you can just punish them with winning huge pots, right? 20 BB, 30 BB, and here we are often just playing shallow games, and you have to be a little bit more accurate than your opponent, and that's how you make chips here. Of course, the people also make blunders, but actually today, during our session, I don't think we see very big blunders. I will try. He plays some. Yeah. Okay, limp fold 5BB. That's good to know. As I said with my rule, if I can call the hand versus jam, I'm more towards the ISO shove. Of course, after a few ISO shoves, we have to be careful. A7, I'm calling. It's a call on the national 4.7. So even if he's under jamming, like not jamming enough, we still have to call pretty close, because just the odds are just way too good, right? The odds, like we cannot cheat the mathematics here. If you already paid the blind and we have just 3 behind, we have extremely good odds. Again, like we have the same situation, of course, good hand, but our odds are 37%, right? So we don't need much equity. Actually, let's play 2 more, and that will be maybe catch more. Okay. Queen 10. Okay, Hippiar is back. This Kansik is playing all the time. I think this is regular, I'm almost certain. This orange node doesn't mean that much, just that it's regular. I don't overall make extremely, like I don't have many labels or something. I also play very that's a fold. Like it's a call in the GTO, in the Nash equilibrium, it's called on 2.9 if I'm not mistaken. But versus fish, we call slightly tighter. A6 I'm calling. So yeah, because I play in very narrow fields versus like narrow range of regs, but even fishes, there's not that many of them. That's why I don't need many labels to remember people. I just do have it on my memory. Okay, Williams, the board, which is interesting, very kind of connected. We can check, we can see bet. I would see bet around half of the time with my hand, maybe slightly less actually. I want to defend my range a little bit. This hand goes well. I have combo draw, so combo draw actually most likely want to barrel, build the pot. we are betting freebie and we have to call versus jam. Let's limp, try to limp, because I was min raising versus him, but I want to over FIP or play more hands than child versus wreck, for example, which suggests, so I'm trying to expand my range by limping, but he jumped. Okay, we hit. So I'm jamming my flash. I also could use maybe pot stance on the turn. On this board, it makes a lot of sense. But I use freebie, which is still fine. And jamming with my flash, hope to get called by the jack. I have the bluffs, like if you are thinking what to bluff there, I would bluff the hands like 10-5 with 10 of diamonds, for example. Actually, many 10x, 8x with the diamond, I would bluff. Call with the 9. What do you think about that? I think that calling there, it was quite ambitious, probably. Okay, let's read a jam. On 14 blinds with the 8-8. He doesn't seem extremely tight, so yeah, just no other option. Okay, let's play this table. Okay, kings on 10 blinds, 11 blinds, we're just limping. Min raise makes some sense as well. Both options are reasonable. That's what we can say. Depends on the tendencies of the player. Versus Rex, I'm just not min raising below 12 blinds, but versus recreationals, definitely there is a merit in min raising to build the pot already, because they are not bluffing post up. Okay, I think I'm betting. There is just so many 9x, even 8x may call me. Of course, pairs, some flash draws. I'm not blocking any pairs, so I'm just going for it. I'm betting freebie, like queen x, jack x probably won't find the call fault. Also, he's folding so much on the flop, so if he called me already on the flop, I think that he may be a little bit more sticky after folding much. So I'm just, of course, I'm jamming. If he is beating me, that's fine. He may hit 2 pairs on the river. He maybe is already like 8-9 or something. But I'm just jamming this hand. Queen 6, yeah, exactly. He hit 2 pair. So that's how it finished. Sometimes that's what it is, and definitely that's the jam you want to get called by worse queens, some draws missed. And yeah, so thank you very much for watching, and see you in next videos.